Hi guys, Knife-Guy-Kramer here, and I want to show you my collection video. It's been 3 to 5 years since my last video, my last true collection video, and yeah, let's just begin. First knife I want to show you is my Hoodie van Poppel knife. This knife was made for me in 2016, as you can see in the spacer. And it's been a long while since it was made. Titanium frame lock with N690 blade, and still very smooth, but as with all Hoodie van Poppel knives, the detent is a bit hard. So as he likes to say, he doesn't make pussy knives for pussies. So this is the first one I want to show you. This is a full custom knife. Then I want to show you, yeah, let's pick this one, the Wee Knife Mini Buster. This is a real great piece. Easy to handle, easy to flick also. Very smooth, and in my opinion one of the best Wee knives ever made. This is the Kaiser VK1 FL. That stands for Vulpex Knives 1, Framelock 1. And in my opinion, this is one of the best Kaiser knives ever made. It is so easy to use, easy to handle, and it's razor sharp. I love the style. I love the ergonomics of this knife. It's very easy to slice with this knife. Yes, it's one of the best Kaisers ever made in my opinion, and it also has a copper coin inlay on the blade, which makes this for me an excellent Kaiser knife. Also, the price is not too high in the Netherlands. You can find one for around 180 euros. So that's a great piece. Then we go on to my Master Blaster from Ferrum Forge. I had two Ferrum Forge Master Blasters. One had no flipper, the flipper delete. I sold that one to Theo, a knife buddy of mine, and I bought this one last year, and then it was a full blackout DLC, but unfortunately the lock bar wasn't that strong, and I tried to adjust the detent and the lock bar snapped. So I had to send it back to Ferrum Forge, and the guys did an amazing job, and as you can see it's kind of a Boba Fett finish now. So I'm very happy about it, and if you look at it this way, it kind of resembles a Boba Fett helm. So that makes me really happy that I can have a piece like this. Same goes for the Mordex. The Mordex I bought around three and a half, 4 years ago, and it always had a little problem with locking up and deploying. And as you can see, the Mandalorian sign here. And now I have it again. The boys at Ferrum Forge fixed it for me and refinished it to a blade from Boba Fett style blade. And I must say, I'm really happy about it. I'm really stoked that I own a Mordex in this configuration. On to the next knife, the Kramer knife and Ferrum Forge Deity. And my name is Knife-Guy-Kramer, so it's only fitting for me to own a Kramer knife in one of my favorite companies, Ferrum Forge collaboration. And I got this from Kim Ingeman from Denmark, who has one of Europe's biggest Ferrum Forge collections. And this is this is number 2 of 25 made, so it's a kind of a rare piece to see. I'm glad I have this one in the collection. Then we go to the Farmforge Archbishop. It's been 3 years since I got this one. Then I let Longfield Knives do an anodizing job on it. It's gold with green. It's kind of flashy, but I like it. Then I traded it to a guy in Belgium. The guy in Belgium traded it to a guy in Switzerland, best buddy of mine, Raphael. Raphael traded it with a German. The German traded it back with Raphael. And Raphael traded it back with me. So it went on a journey and now it's back home. Kind of funny. The next one is a Curtis flipper. I have this knife for 2 years now. Yeah, it has detent play, unfortunately, but it's still rock solid. It doesn't deploy on its own, so I can't be bothered by it. I just keep it. It was one of my grail knives. Unfortunately, the negative points about it made it less of a grail, but it's still a cool knife. Another one, the Mako from Ferrum Forge. Really cool piece. This one does have a bit of deployment issues, but I can't be bothered with it. If you do deploy it the right way, it will keep on locking up steadily. If you don't, then you have this, and it's easy to disengage the lock because it didn't lock up that quite well. Next is my Ziba S3, and I got this one in a trade from a Belgium guy. Ziba is one of my favorite knife makers out there, and the S3 was only available at Messenso, but I was too late. They didn't have it anymore, and a year later some guy from Belgium wanted to trade with me, and that's how I received this knife, and I'm very glad that I finally have one. The copper shred carbon fiber is very nice. Also the skull spacer, yeah, it's a piece of art, really. On to the next one, the Fortis. These are getting kind of rare nowadays. This one has a hand-rubbed satin finish, CPM 20 CV blade, a full stone-washed gray finish with black hardware, kind of a orange peel finish also. It doesn't have the best action, but it's awesome. It's one of my favorite Ferrum Forge knives. Then another one I bought last year, the Ziba S5 chess. This knife is a grail piece to me. It came on my radar a year and a half ago. Didn't have the funds, and when I finally had the funds, I immediately pulled the trigger and bought it. It's just a great piece overall. I'm really glad it's one I got in my collection. Action is so smooth. I had to clean it out once because it was a bit dirty from the inside, but it is an amazing blade. Jason Knight collaboration. You may know him from Forged in Fire, and this etched Dama steel look. It's just great. An amazing piece. Then on to the next one. I just recently got this, the Jarvis Scapegoat. I had to get used to this design, but now I have it for 2 days, and it's really very comfortable to carry and also very comfortable to use. Action is pretty cool, pretty solid, and yeah, it's one of the newer knives. I got this one from Messenso as well, and you can easily choke up on the knife and do some cutting tasks. So it's very great to use, very great to handle, fits in the pocket quite well, it's smooth as hell, so can't be too negative about it. The next one is the Spyderco Drunken. Also a grail for me. It has been in my collection for a whole month and a half now, and I'm really glad that I bought it. It's a bronze washer knife, but it runs very smooth. As you can see, a Sienkiewicz design, S90V blade, and that blade is gorgeous. It's just really gorgeous. Also the milling on the titanium and also on the carbon fiber show side, it's really amazing. The blue hardware and backspacer, it all matches the blade really well. The only downside is these two screws are not blue, but oh well, what can you do about it? Really cool. Then another Spyderco knife, the Spyderco Swayback. Another favorite of mine. I never knew that I would like it, so I ordered one just to try it out, and it hasn't left my collection since. It's a really great knife. Some folks complain that it's not easy to deploy. That may be true, but I can, yeah, I don't have a problem with deploying the knife, and it is what it is. I really like it, so I'm glad I have it in the collection. Then another Spyderco. This one is with Flytanium brass scales. As you can see, the brass is already forming a nice patina. You can see under the clip what the true color of this brass was, and now it's kind of a darker color. I don't think I'm a real fan of the Spyderco Shaman. It's not really something I would normally carry, but with the brass, it's heavy, but it is very cool, to be honest. On to the next one. I have for 3.5 years also now the Something Obscene Company Nemley 2.0. I bought this knife at Klingenreich in Deutschland, Germany, and I have it already for 3.5 years, and since I got it, they only have risen in price, so kind of a good investment for me. I'm not ready to let it go yet. It's one of the knives I don't use often, but when you get it in hand, it still feels really awesome. Another Something Obscene Company knife is the Journeyman, also from Klingenreich, the gentleman version as well. And this one is also really comfortable, very, very ergonomic as well. Easy for packages to open. Action wise, it's also really fantastic. I really like it. Now another Ziba, the S1 Angel with the angel clip. One of the prettiest knives I own. Also very smooth. And I got this one from Polizeibedarf in Switzerland. This was the last one available, so I'm kind of lucky to get it. And that makes my third Ziba, and my final Ziba I got in a deal with Sander de Wachter from Belgium. A cool guy I met last month ago, and we already did a couple of trades. So I'm really happy we could trade for this one as well. And this one has the Memento Mori line in the backspacer. Also the spacer is made of skulls. And this one has the snake pattern. Now this is you guys to give you guys a kind of an idea from where my knife collection is at right now. It has been a long while, but I finally felt motivated to do it. I had a lot of problems with my mindset and my back, and my mindset is getting better now. Only my back is still hurting, but that's all right. We'll manage. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again in the comment section, and maybe until the next time when I make another video. Okay, thank you. Bye.